Okay, so start us off. So my family tree starts with start with my dad's side. So my grandparents, Grandpa Philip and then Anne, they had three kids together. My dad, my uncle, and my aunt, and then they separated. And then my grandfather remarried, and had three more kids. My uncle Sean and had twins, Sarah and Samantha, and then got separated again, remarried, had another kid, Collier. So my dad's the oldest of seven kids. So then they come from a big family. So then we'll go back to my dad married my mom in 2000, and then they had me, my brother Dylan, and my little sister. So then that's how my dad's side of the family convened into one. So then now my mom's side, my grandparents, Charlie and Colleen, they got married, and then they had my mom, Kelly, and then my aunt, Christy. And when my mom was one, they separated, and then my grandpa then remarried, and then had my uncle, and then my grandma remarried, had no, they didn't have a kid with the other one. Then they separated again, then remarried again. They had my uncle currently is living in San Diego, Jordan. So then I come from a big family of all around the globe. So I guess like from a standpoint of my family's like that is not like in a set location. I'm from everywhere, like from Minnesota, California. I got some in Vegas. But then what's nice about having a big family is like, it feels like you're not alone. That's what I kind of truly love about having a big family like that. I know like separation is not like a big thing and it sucks. But then you learn from that, I guess, from other people. So then that kind of convenes to what your morals are. And your morals become, having what you want your kids to do as well. And then that kind of is a benefit from how you kind of live your life. And so, yeah, it's my family tree. And then what the morals that come from it. So it's the Herman clan.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Mr. Dallas, and you guys want to, or Kalen?
Oh, I thought Dallas said he was going next. I
Yeah.
can go next. My bad.
No,
Oh
you're
yeah,
good.
no, you good. Yeah, you can go.
All right. So my little family tree is a little different. Like I kind of just started with my parents and like our immediate family, just because like having to ask around, like on my dad's side and my mom's side, is a little like not strange, but like they're like sometimes secretive about like certain stuff, especially because like my dad didn't know his dad. So like that side of the family, like there's like a lot of like, oh, we don't tell this side of the story. We don't tell that side of the story, and things like that. So I just started with my parents. They met way back when. They've been together ever since. Then they had three sons. My oldest brother, Sir, me, and then my little brother, Prince. But I also included my cousin in our family tree or in our genogram, because she's literally lived with us since like ever since I was born. I'm pretty sure. Like I can't remember a time where she wasn't in my life.
Mhm.
Um, and she's the cousin on my dad's side. So yeah. And then I talked about in my paper though, just like a lot of a lot of like some of our family dynamics and how like they've shifted and changed over time. I know one point I talked about was just like how like there's always these like little like alliance kind of things like in our family in a sort of in a way, because like my dad's very stubborn, hard-headed, and can be a pain to deal with because of his like his set ways and his set way of thinking. And like with my mom, it's like the complete opposite. So it's like growing up, we had those like two differing opinions always being drilled into us. Like obviously with some commonalities, especially, big part of our family is our faith and our like religious beliefs. So obviously, like those similarities stay intact between like the different dialogues that we got from our parents. But yeah, um, there were patterns like in our and like when you look back at our family little genogram, and it's like my both of my parents, both of them didn't get college degrees, and then like as the generations go on, obviously we're becoming more educated. Like my brother has one, I have one, my little brother is on the way to getting one. So it's just like seeing that little pattern of how like it started somewhere and now it's ending with like that a new baseline of higher education. I just thought that was interesting and noteworthy while I was going through my family history. That's just a little bit about the Williams. Yeah,
Good stuff.
All right, yeah. So long story short, my family comes from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Um, like pretty much on my grandma's side, I want to say. Well, for both my grandma and my grandpa's side, they mostly come from the South, and like my grandma, I think it's from like Missouri, and I think my grandpa's from like Mississippi, something like that, like the neighboring states or whatever. And then I got an older brother, and then he's married, and then I got two younger siblings. Um, and then yeah, we pretty much come from middle class background. Um, yeah, I don't really know much more else to say. Like, my dad, he come from Ohio, and my mom is from Michigan and stuff too. So they met in college. They met at Michigan State. So yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Good stuff, Dallas. Good stuff.
Thanks.
My turn?
Yep.
appreciate you for sharing, Dallas.
Appreciate this.
You mean Trayvon?
This.
Uh, my family tree, I kind of started with I kind of didn't know like where to start at first, so I was thinking like my grandparents at first, and then kind of just went to my parents. But I just kind of started with my grandparents just because like um that's kind of like where my parents were like taught and just like how they grew up and like how their rules like formed my life around me and how like it affected me. And basically started with my real grandpa on my mom's side and then my grandma and then I have like a step grandfather too. And then on my mom's side I put her and then her four half brothers and sisters. And even though like they're half, we're kind of like closely related. Like we don't even think about it like that. So we're kind of like a tight bunch on my mom's side, especially like with my cousins that are like close to my age or around my age. We kind of like always like been together and just like always just like kept each other tight. And we kind of like from like generation to generation, it's kind of like been rough. Like it's been improving. Like we kind of like start out rough and then like eventually like we get like I'm the first in my family to get a college degree on both sides of my family. So like and like some of my cousins like some of them are like kind of like starting like their own business, but like if you look back at like our parents like they kind of just like grew up with like nothing and just like as you can see from like generation to generation, it's just like we're developing and like we're learning and we're just like trying to support each other along the way. So I guess that's like a little bit about like my side. I'm not really close to my dad's side like that. Yeah.
Is that it? That's all we needed to do.
Yeah, that's it. Well, thank you guys for
Sweet.
being vulnerable and sharing your family's past and what you guys are gonna do in the future.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for being such empathetic listeners.
Appreciate it. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing y'all stories and y'all backgrounds. Appreciate that much.
Gotta follow the skills that we learned in previous meetings.
Hmm.
Good job. Good job, guys. All right.
All right. Oh my gosh.
All right, then I'll see you guys another time then.
Yep.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
boys. Catch y'all.